What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Hitting the Bars with your girl, Savvy Wavy One. How's it going, KOC?
It's going good. Life's good. I'm talking with you. What more could I possibly want?
Oh, shucks. You know what I finally invested in that you'd be proud?
What?
An Apple Watch.
Nice. She's a runner. She's a track star. Let's go. She
know.
finally did. She's back.
I know. And I hounded them with questions because, you guys, if you don't remember, I swam with mine that was like a couple of years old, and it was supposed to be water resistant, and it died. And they said the adhesive wears off after like a year or so, and that's in your contract or something. This guy had never heard of that because he's like, do you want Apple Care? And I'm like, well, is it actually going to work? And I was asking him, and he was like, well, like it should work. And he was baffled. He's like, I can't believe they said that to you. Like, and didn't even offer to help. I was like, I know I boycotted you until I caved and bought a new one. But got a new Apple Watch. I no longer need yours. You did offer to give me one. And then it's kind of hard to ship to Puerto Rico.
I was like, it's there if we want. We can make the shipping process, but you got one. I love that for you. I love that for you. Now you can just track. It's not for everyone, but my God, they're fun. They're fun.
Oh, it feels right. I feel reunited with an old friend. I love looking when I get a text message near me, but don't buy the cellular data plan. That's bullshit. You don't need that.
Yeah, that's so dumb. I was like, the one time like you don't have your phone, that's the whole point. You don't have your phone. You know what I mean?
You'll always have your phone.
It's true. True. There's always Wi-Fi somewhere. You'll be fine.
Truly.
I'm not that crazy.
Do you wear one?
Yep. I wear.
You do?
Yeah, I have two of them actually because I tested the Ultra and then I have just the regular newest one. But it's starting to die. I will not actually no. My one gold one, like not gold. That sounds bougie. The like stainless steel. That was my gift for hitting like 100K subscribers, which was quite a while ago. Bought myself the nice Apple Watch, and it's so slow. But then it looks nicer versus my Ultra. Looks like an iPad on my wrist. But then the Ultra is like more accurate and better. But what I found out, little hack, this is not relatable, but this is just if you're someone like me who has an old Apple Watch, but you got a new one and you want to use both, you can have two Apple Watches going. So what that means is because I have my prettier one that's old and disheveled, but it looks better, I wear daily. But if I'm going on a run, I can put on the Ultra and then go and like switch it, and it still counts for like the same day. You know what I mean? It's the same account, two Apple Watches. So not really relevant, but if you're someone who's in that weird situation of like, you're a real hardcore runner and you're thinking about getting the Ultra, but you don't want to wear your Ultra every day. You just want to wear it for runs. It's a thing. It's a thing in case it's not really relevant to anyone but extreme runners, but it's an option now.
Because that's our demographic.
Yeah,
extreme
there's
runners.
One of you right there who's like, what?
There's got to be one of us.
There's one triathlete out there listening who's like, thank you. And that was who it was for. It was just something I noticed because like I decided to go back to my old school one because I was sick of wearing my Ultra in public. So I went back to my old
Is it too big?
Yeah, it's an iPad. Like it's literally the size of my wrist. It's so massive because it's like the guy's size one.
Oh, yeah. See, I just bought the cheapest one. I was like, I just want something to alert me and like hit my steps in.
Yeah.
But everyone told me to buy a Garmin, and like, I'm so sorry, but like, I just don't want to. It's like Apple will just be superior forever. Like, I know I will end up caving to the Apple. I might as well save my money and just buy the Apple. But I mean, everyone raves about it. I just like, I love to run, but I'm like, I really like my Apple Watch for all types of workouts. And mostly I just like getting my notifications. Like, I like to leave my phone around the house, not touch it. And it's nice. Like I miss so many goddamn calls from just like security or wherever, like someone's trying to get in and I'm like, oh God, I left, like my phone's always somewhere. Yeah. So I'm like, I can at least know when someone's trying to reach me.
Exactly. And once again, we're not like, if you're a hardcore runner, like you really want to be crazy. Yeah, the Garmin community, you're going to find all those things. But actually, the Ultra does a lot of them now. But like the Apple ecosystem is so nice. It syncs into my AirPods, my computer. Like, yeah, I sold my soul to Steve Cooks at the age of 12 when my iPod became my personality. But you know what? So be it. Sorry, Garmin. Sorry. I know you're superior. But Steve Jobs, I joined the cult. I joined it. So sue me. Don't sue me.
Don't sue me. What do you have a hot take for us today?
My hot take is buying a spring jacket gives me anxiety. Hear me out. Every year, it's suddenly no longer need your crazy winter jacket that you've worn all year. But it's not quite summer. You can't go jacketless. You can't wear a cardigan. You need to decide on a spring jacket. And I sit there being like, do I buy a nice trench coat, nice leather jacket? I'll need this next year. And I contemplate. And then they all sell out because every other girl on Instagram is wearing a trench coat and a leather jacket. So all the ones I want are sold out. And I sit there for like 2 months. And then by the time the 2 months come around, I actually don't need a spring jacket. And so it repeats every year. And so every year I'm either underdressed or overdressed in the spring because I have anxiety about being like, is there even a point? Do I buy this? And I contemplate for 3 months and then springtime has passed. And I just had to vent about that because it just happened. I just have been trying to buy this trench coat for reparation for like 3 months and it keeps selling out. And I keep saying, do you really want to spend that much money on a trench coat? And I'm like, I say this every year. And every year I wish I had this trench coat. And another year's passed and I didn't do it. So here is just my personality.
That is called girlhood.
Yes.
Because I feel that could be on trends too.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this is so cute. Should I buy it? No. Should I save my money? And then if it's still kind of trendy the next year, you're like, God damn it. Like I should have bought it. And then I could have been putting it to work, putting it to use, you know?
Actually, I have a confession. Can I do a confession? What? Guess what's on my feet right now? Don't hate me.
What?
Guess.
Guess? You have to give me a...
We've talked about it. We've talked about it. I was a hater. Could you see? Here on this episode of me trying to show the YouTube audience.
Oh, no. Vans?
Close. Adidas Sambas.
You just showed me this. Oh, God.
I'm testing them for TikTok. I'm testing them. I'm not caved. I'm like, okay, let's see. Let's see what the hype is about. And so far, they're okay. They're not as bad as I thought they'd be, but they're not great. They're okay. They're fine. They're fine.
But Keltie, you are someone that, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, you can pull off everything.
Oh,
everything. I don't think I've ever seen you look dorky in outfits that should be dorky. You know? Like the polos,
that's the nice thing anyone's
example.
ever said to me.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Wow,
and so I think everybody would agree that watches your YouTube videos. And so you can wear that and you'd probably look chic. You'd look like fucking Hailey Bieber. And I would just look like a clown. And I know it. And that's okay.
We all, I'm sure there's plenty of stuff I'd wear and it'd be like, no. Like, you know what? I realized also why I don't like Sambas today.
Why?
They remind me of Ellen DeGeneres.
You don't like Ellen DeGeneres?
It just reminds me of like, she was canceled. You know what I mean? Saying about denim.
She was canceled.
Denim and the flat Adidas. I'm like,
yes, with the blazers.
So
the
like,
yeah,
it's just not it. So we all have our thing. But back to, I've never seen you look dorky. I know you always say that about yourself. But I was like, I've never actually seen you wear anything that I'm like, oh, that doesn't suit Sav. Like everything you wear, I've always been like, you nail it.
But it's like, when we see each other, I'm on trips. I'm obviously not going to wear something dorky on a trip. I'm going to know. I test my dorkiness at home. Yeah. And sometimes I'm just like, some things I'm like pleasantly surprised. Some things I'm not. And it I think a lot of girls can relate to that. Where you're like, it's a cute trend, like those short ass shorts. I almost sent you a picture because I was at Nordstrom. Yeah. And I saw these little baby shorts everywhere. And I almost sent you a picture being like, absolutely not. Like, it's just like appalling. Like, I think half of my vagina would fall out. Like it just, but some people look great in them.
What I would love, I wish we lived in the same city so we could both like try each other's closet. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And like show things. Cause that's like an example, like say, you know, when you wear those bustier tops and they look so good on you. Yeah. I can wear them and they look kind of, but like, I don't have boobs. Like, so it actually, sometimes it looks cute. And sometimes it's like, is she a boy? Like, you know what I mean?
No.
Like, so,
of course,
you know what I mean?
Like, make any woman look feminine. Are you kidding me?
Except, like, even
like a built-in bra.
But there's nothing, like, there's just air. You know what I mean? Even, like,
that's fair.
There's nothing to push up. So I think one day we should do when I come to you and you come to me, we'll try on each other's closet and we'll see.
Perfect.
We'll see it. Do a little swap.
Yeah. That was like my friend. She was like, oh, I was bringing her clothes for a dinner, and she loves sundresses, maxi dresses. Loves them. Looks great on her.
Yeah.
I have never worn that. The only time I wear a maxi is if I have to in like a wedding, because I don't know. I just have never really been a fan. It gets in my way when I'm walking, and like I'm actually quite short, 5'5", so like just not my thing, right? I'm also a little bit more curvy. And it was so funny. She's like, I'm sending her these pictures of all these like short flowy dresses, and she's like, no. She's like, God damn it, don't you have any maxis? You live on an island. And I was like, I own 0 maxis actually. And like there's a difference between a maxi dress and a long dress. I just don't own a maxi dress. It makes me look like I'm pregnant. Like when I'm pregnant, I'll wear maxis. That's when you guys will know I'm secretly pregnant. I'm wearing maxis left and right on Instagram.
It's funny. I almost bought a bunch of maxi dresses, and then something occurred to me. I'm like, I can wear them and they're cute. And I have a couple. I was like, I'll wear these when I'm 40, 50, 60, 70. Like,
Totally.
why wear them now?
Don't age yourself with them.
I'm going to wear the micro stuff while I still can. And then one day I'll be like, might as well.
Have you hit that point in your life yet where you're like, you look down at your closet and you're like, the crop tops need to go?
Yes and no. You know what I mean? Like, I know that's even like a new trend of like one day the crop top and jean thing doesn't work, but I'm like, I think it's just your style different. You know what I mean? Like, I still feel like the crop, like fashion is so crazy. Like anything I love more than you see like a 60-year-old lady who's just dressed like, not like she's trying to be younger, but she's still, you know what I mean, not scared to show her stomach or wears a crop top or whatever, and is still just like dresses how she feels fitting. So I know what you mean. Like, it's less of like, I'm looking at myself and be like, oh, I can't wear that anymore. More of being like, you can wear those more sophisticated things. I think it's almost like the reverse for me. Is it was like, who am I to show up in tailored pants? Like I work for, you know what I mean? I'm like, you can show up in a really nice dress, or you can wear heels to work if you want. Like, it's more of like giving myself permission to dress older than saying I can't dress like in how I dressed in my 20s, if that makes sense. How about you?
Definitely. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I haven't come to that point yet either, but I'm also I'm similar where I think anybody can pull that off, like also with confidence, crop tops, things like that. But I do notice myself when I'm consuming content, I do like the more kind of put together outfits. Like it's slowly turning for me. I'm wearing more bodysuits, which I know that people eventually phase out of that. But when you have fake boobs, it is built-in bra, bodysuited up, left and right.
Do it.
I think I'm more transitioning to that, but I also just the comfort level of crop tops aren't that comfortable. And I'm slowly getting annoyed at that, where I'm like, I don't know if I love that. But yeah, haven't fully, but I feel like everyone comes to that point, and I'm just like, when do you get that?
I think it just is slowly. I don't think it's like one day, because I think that's dumb. One day, be like, throw out my closet. I think it's like even me, my fashion's gotten a bit more mature because I've just invested in a couple of things. I invested in a really nice white top and invested in a nice button up and a wool jacket. I've slowly been like building that like good quality cottons, wools, cashmere, but like it's expensive. Like the thought that one day I just have to wipe out my closet and buy all new, I'm like, you can't do that. But one day I think I'll be a mature, sophisticated, all timeless pieces, but that will probably take me 10 years. So I'll get there when I get there.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Sex and the City?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, I just started watching that show. And I love their fashion on it. It's so fun.
So
I love Carrie's crazy curly hair. And I love that they're like in their 30s. Because I feel like so many shows refer to 20-year-olds. And they were like, you know, what was in the 90s? And I love that their storyline was all their like mid 30s. And then I looked at Bridgerton's cast because I watched the newest Bridgerton. It's so good. And everybody, the main girl, the one that she's the writer, and it's her newest story. She is 37 in real life. And she plays a freaking like 18-year-old. I was like, I love this.
Here's to romanticizing like your late 20s, 30s. You know what I mean? Like it's not this like, you know what I mean? It could still be that. Like that's what whenever I feel like people are like, oh, you're old. I'm like, Sex and the City. Hello. You're still hot and young. You're just not like 21 young.
Totally. And honestly, you have your life put together and you have more money. It's like, it's just a win-win.
It's a win-win. But with that, what's your hot take? I don't even think we said yours.
Did I even have one? I didn't really have one for this one.
Okay, then we're just going to skip it and go into our 10 must-haves for summer because everyone loves the must-haves. We'll
All
start
right.
off with number one. What is your must-do workout for the summer?
Okay, this one I thought I've been really liking because I've been traveling a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Is summer you're usually traveling, or maybe it's just like it's warm out. You don't necessarily want to go to a gym. Maybe you don't want to go for a run. Maybe you're busy with whatever you're doing in the summer. Just doing YouTube Pilates. Get it in 20 minutes. Do it outside in your front yard on a mat.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's kind of what I was doing when I was traveling.
I love that. Do you have any go-to Pilates channels you do?
I pretty much would just type in the one my mom and I did. I don't know, Melissa something.
Melissa would help.
I think so.
If it's
I
Melissa
usually just go on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I don't stick to the same person. I like changing a lot.
I like that.
Yeah, just to get different vibes. So it's more like if I want a 15-minute one, a 20-minute one, and then I try not to do the same one. I mean, there's so many on YouTube.
So many now. Get lost.
What's your workout?
Mine is dance classes. Now I've been doing K-pop dances for a video, and so it doesn't have to be K-pop, but I think there's something so fun of like it's a fun way to get in workouts. And summertime is a lot more. You're at the club, or you might just be at a beach party and music's playing. And I think there's something about like you're not going to learn to dance necessarily, but you just get more comfortable with dancing. And it's just like a fun way to get exercise in. And like, I think that's a big thing that a lot of people are scared of is dancing in public. But it's a great way to move like and work out. Even like if it's a late night, you're still moving your body. So I think taking a dance class instead of a workout class is so much fun.
That's awesome. What is K-pop?
What?
Is it that
Korean
like band?
Pop. Korean
Okay,
pop.
that's what I was thinking. But like
okay.
K-pop classes, is it just their music?
So like you kind of like K-pop dancing is like a whole genre in itself, and all that in K-pop is it's like
okay.
so
well, for the
BTS,
girls that don't know,
yeah,
I'm asking.
That's what I'm explaining. Let me. So there's K-pop. There's the most common ones be like Blackpink and BTS. So normally they all have dances. Think of like TikTok dances. Like you learn the TikTok dance. You can learn the K-pop dance they do for each song.
Okay.
So like it's kind of like that. So it might be from their music video, from just like TikTok. How I kind of would describe it is there's a dance to each song for each K-pop. They have their dance that they perform that's in their music video, so you can learn those. So right now I'm learning a Blackpink one for a YouTube video, and it's really fun. And it's kind of like learning a TikTok dance, but like way harder and way more impressive. Not that I'm it's impressive what they do. I'm still not impressive, but it's fun.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Number 2, it wouldn't be summer without a swimsuit. So where do you get yours? And especially like, do you have any like cute practical ones?
Okay, I love 93 Play Street. I'm a little biased because one of my friends, she created it, but they're super sporty spandex material. So if you want to like play on the beach, maybe you like beach volleyball. I'm a big beach volleyball girl. Swimming, whatever that you want durable, they're fantastic for that. They're not like really flimsy, and they're like a lot of full coverage. It's a lot of high-waisted and then like a bustier top or like a little push-up in the top. So it's really flattering, but it's like sporty spice. And I've worn them for years, but I always result back to them because I just don't like the really thin ones. Like I just feel like something's going to pop out at any moment, where this one I like could go play a sport if I wanted, or like just, throw on a cover up and like just wear it out. And I'd be fine. What about you?
Love that. I do say if you need a basic, like timeless one, Skims, I do have a blue and I have a black. And if you're like, I need a good quality, just black bikini, just nude color, like it works, and it's great. But for a fun brand, I saw a bunch of like influencers wear it, and I did a deep dive and found it, and it's called Same, SAME. If you're like, I want to have that really nice kind of unique, they're the ones with all the big rose petal. I don't know if you've seen like in the middle. It's got the big bat. It's called
That's from Burlock.
Yeah. Okay, well this one is called Same is the brand.
Okay.
Same. But it's unbelievable quality. But no, they are tiny.
Ooh, okay.
So just be warned. I got like the small. It does not cover much. Just be warned. But like I decided, I was like, I have never bought in like a nice bikini. And I was like, I want something that's kind of unique but timeless. So I was like, red bikini will always be in style, and like a little rose. So I got it, and the quality is amazing. But once again, they're tiny, 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 tiny,
Good
tiny.
to know.
But Skims classic, comes in every size, stands up. It's timeless.
Perfect. Good American too has some good ones.
Ooh, I wonder if they're
Speaking
the same.
of the Kardashians.
I was like, you know what I mean? I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Maybe they use the same manufacturer. I could see that. Using the connections.
Also, I tried on Kylie Swim. Definitely not the same manufacturers as Skims. So that was a fiasco.
That one went, that got discontinued, didn't it?
It was so bad. It was so bad because I was in Vegas and they had a pop-up shop in like LA and Vegas, and we were there that weekend. So we all went and tried them all on. And yeah, I'm a bit taller and I have a long torso. I couldn't get any of them on. Like extra large was too tiny, like just the length of it. And I'm like, how, if I'm not even an extra large, I'm like, how is anyone supposed to, like the only girl that was able to fit it was like my 100-pound, 5-foot friend could fit things. Like who, I'm like, who is, and Kylie's not known for being that, like, she's curvy. So I was like, they missed the ball on that timing. It was on that sizing, not timing.
Yeah.
Anyways, number 3, hair care. I know you're on your hair growth journey. I'd love to hear an update, what you're using.
Yeah. Okay. Update. It's been about 2 months. Been doing the Nutrafol. I think it's been helping a lot. I specifically wanted it around my scalp, and I think it has been helping. But I cannot tell. It says like take it for 3 months. So I didn't take it when I was gone because you have to take 4 pills a day, which I think is like realistically, that seems a lot. They're huge pills. It's just like a lot to remember and like just have a meal with them, like they're huge. Yeah. But so that I see fault in it, but I do think it's gotten better around my scalp. Okay. But it could also be placebo. And then I've also been doing that hair serum that I learned on TikTok. I'm like, I don't know. I have really dry hair. And so I'm just trying anything to help with breakage and just trying to get it to grow a little bit longer and just the thickness. I think it's been looking good, but also I stopped, I don't have bleach blonde hair right now. Yeah. So that could help too.
So tough. But I'm glad it's going in the right direction. That's exciting.
Yeah, me too. I'm not like appalled at, before I was like, oh my gosh, looking in the mirror, like what happened to my hair? Where now I'm like, oh, she's looking cute. She's looking better.
I love that. It's looking great. Yeah, it's looking great. It's looking full.
Thank you.
I have a little tip I've noticed the last month, and so I'm going to say jump on it. Sephora samples. When you get the checkout, you get 2. Orbay, they keep doing the yellow Orbay mask, or shampoo and conditioner is always one. So I'm like, stock up. Just everyone get it. It is so good. I absolutely love the yellow shampoo. It's hydrating. Orbay, I'm obsessed with. And the best part is I stock up on them for just travel. Especially in like the summer, put in your gym bag. So I have now like every time for the last like 2 months, anything I buy from like Sephora, and sometimes Keltie, I'll just like order, instead of ordering 5 things at once, because I have free delivery, I just order 1 a day so you can get multiple samples. My hairdresser told me that tip. And so now I'm like stocked up on like these like mini samples of the shampoo. So when I go overseas or travel in my carry-on, I have all this nice shampoo. And I don't have to like
also, I didn't know you could get samples. Only if you order online?
Yeah. So if you order online with Sephora, they give you 2 samples every single time.
That's awesome. I had no idea.
And every time. And right now, sometimes they suck and they're just like, oh, but right now they're Orbay yellow. Do it. Okay. Stock up. And it's like, because usually, when you travel, you're just using crappy shampoo. You come back, you destroyed your hair. I'm like, no, your hair is going to come back better than it's ever been. So
I love that. Okay.
That's my little tip for you. Number 4, a healthy travel tip for the summer for people.
Okay. My healthy tip is I increase my water intake to help with bloating and also movement when I'm traveling, because I spent the whole week in Cabo with we went for a little walk, but it wasn't anything like, I just think I needed to just really get my steps in or something, because I got so bloated from just not having enough movement in and then eating normally like I had. So yeah.
Love that. My tip would be, let me know if I've said this on the podcast, because I've said it on YouTube. I don't think I've said it here, but taking probiotics a few weeks ahead of time, not week of. I think a lot of people start to panic and they're like, oh my God, it's gut health and I want to be, not bloated the whole time. Let's take like a bunch of probiotics, good for the health. But like probiotics, like release different like bacteria, in essence, good bacteria, gut bacteria into your gut. And so sometimes that bloats people. But like you want to do it ahead of time. So there's a lot of bacteria and a healthy gut microbiome over time. But just like, what I mean? You can't just lift muscles, like lift and one day, the next day you're strong. Like you kind of have to work and do it a little ahead of time. So I say like a couple weeks out, start introducing some probiotics. It'll make your body probably more likely to digest different things because you're going to be introduced to different foods and less likely. But like if you haven't taken them, just don't worry. Like it's not like the time to start. If you haven't, just embrace it. But if you have some time, try taking them a couple weeks out. That helps some people.
Love it. All right.
Next up, workout clothes, must-haves.
Okay. I'm obsessed recently with Amazon skirts.
Ooh.
If you go to my storefront, there's a particular one because I tried to buy like a variety of them. No, like I tried so many. This one's the only one I like because it's like 100% spandex.
Mm-hmm.
And I have like 4 pairs. I bring them everywhere. You can work out in them. They look cute. They have a full coverage. Like you have even a place to put your phone. So like that's been my go-to in the summer, and it's so hot where we live now. Like the summer is here amongst us. And so I just wear these skirts nonstop.
Perfect. My go-to is Lulu just released. There's the classic Align dress. You've probably seen it's like the Align tank top, and now they have it in a skinny strap, kind of like what I'm wearing right now. And I think the thicker strap doesn't look as flattering. So like I have a lot of friends who say it doesn't look flattering on them. And I feel like a classic spaghetti strap just looks flattering on most people. And if you don't, you can get the thicker one. But I just feel it's such a versatile thing when traveling because it's a simple black dress. You can hot girl walk. You can travel in it all day. Then comes nighttime, you can throw on like a white button up just over top, or you can kind of throw a cardigan over your arms, like tied around. And it's just like such a versatile thing that you can be active all day and you can go play pickleball. You can go, I mean, I wouldn't run or do like a weightlifting workout in one, but like, it's just like when traveling, so it can go day to night so easily, like not fine dining, but like just a nice little dinner. And when you're just doing checked. So there's my little tip for a workout.
Do you have this dress?
Yes, I do.
Does it stretch out? Because the Outdoor Voices one stretched out.
I find Lulu never stretches out really unless like you change. Like I've had some like my body type like stretched out, like for example, like when I had boobs or not. But I find it's the same level, like it's the same material as Align pants.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like if your lines are stretching out on you, I haven't found any issues with that.
Okay, because all of us bought Outdoor Voices when they were popular, that dress. All of them. The top had just gotten stretched out. You can still wear them, but I just don't like to now because it feels so loose. Yeah. It's like the strap stretched out.
I feel Lulu as long as you get, because like they're come pre-shrunk, like all that done. And like if they ever did, you could return it and get a new one because that would be like,
for sure.
So it's kind of like, even if it does, get it and then you get a new one for free. So
yeah,
it's kind of win-win.
Totally. Yeah.
Number 6, your go-to coffee order.
Ooh, okay. So I am very into iced Americanos, iced lattes with honey. That's my favorite thing right now. It's just like I'm a little tired of all of the syrups. Honey is like so naturally sweet. You don't need a lot of it. And majority of people have honey. It's just like this natural sweetener. So instead of the stevia and everything, try honey.
I love that. So I have more of a mission because once again, I'm drinking cappuccinos with any kind of milk possible. I'm going to France. I'm going to continue to drink cappuccinos in France. But I am determined after that fiasco in Italy and me ordering the iced coffee and being made fun of on TikTok it's still people go comment on it every single day. I'm going to go to France. And I know you don't really drink iced coffee in France, but there's like ways to order drinks aside from a cappuccino. And I'm going to somehow order something iced with coffee in it in France in proper French lingo and redeem myself. And that is my mission.
Love it.
And then order 8 cappuccinos a day. But one will be iced and I'll redeem myself.
Best of luck to that.
Yeah, don't hold your breath. Number 7, your hyperfixation meal currently.
Oh, that's my Buddha bowls. I used to make them all the time. And then Michael's been traveling a lot. And when he travels, I saw this meme that like girls, it's like this meme of this girl being like, my husband's out of town. I can finally eat a meal without protein. Cause like men are always like, I need meat. And so I make these Buddha bowls. I put chickpeas. I put like beans in it, lettuce. I always have like usually honey mustard dressing, or I make the dressing. It's just like grains, sweet potatoes. It's so good. I make that every single night when he's gone. Put cheese in it. Oh,
so good. So I feel I have so many hyperfixation meals, but this is a new hack I learned last week. I wish I knew the Instagram creator. I just saved it and started doing it, and I don't know where it is. If you have leftover rice, she just like sprayed it and put it in the air fryer. But what I've been doing is I've been like spraying it with some oil, adding some like rice wine vinegar to it, and you put it in your air fryer and it makes it like crispy rice. And then I use that as the crunch on salads. So say you make rice the day before, and the next day you want like a salad, or you have a bowl, like a Buddha bowl, and you just want like, it's just a funner, just make some life to the leftover rice. And so there's the little hack I've been doing.
That sounds awesome. I need to try that.
Do it. Air fryer it up. Number 8, cocktail of the summer.
Ooh, okay. What did I put for this? I think I did. Oh, yeah. So I always do the gimlet. You guys know this. You won't catch me like I've gotten over all the like super sugary drinks, but a gimlet, except this time I've been doing tequila, lime shaken, and then I put a little splash of either like soda water, or you could do tonic water if you want like it to be a little sweet. And that's like, it's just easy, summery. I'm sorry, I'm a basic bitch. Like I'm just going to stick to it.
Yeah. If it works, it works. So I saw this recipe on TikTok or Instagram, I can't remember, and I'm determined to try it. So it's kind of like a lemon spritz of sort, but first start with soda water, tequila or vodka, juice a lemon. So think a whole lemon, squirt it in there, add a little syrup, simple syrup or agave, and then a splash of bubbly, Prosecco, champagne, whatever you have on top. And I was like, oh, that's such like a adult, fresh like lemonade versus like, like Mike's Hard Lemonade, not like a pure sugary cooler, but like a refreshing kind of vibe. So not quite Aperol Spritz-y, but in that like just a nice little spritz. Yeah. I thought it sounded good.
It does. I also used to love Mike's Hard Lemonade when I was younger.
Oh,
the black cherry.
We all did. That's why I'll never drink it again, because it's like, it just tastes like bad decisions.
Definitely.
Number 9, skincare or makeup.
Ooh. Oh, okay. This is, I have talked about, you're going to have to tell me what the name is. It's a peptide treatment for your lips.
Ole Hennig. Let me see it again. Let me see. Ole Henriksen. Oh, I should know. I'm sorry.
Okay,
my
well, you guys,
I'm trying.
You would have thought that they would have a different name.
I always just say Ole.
This is a hard name. Yeah, Ole. Let's go with Ole. Sure. What?
I was like, don't worry. Like, I feel it's one of those things, it's hard for us to say in North America, but I think it's originally like a German brand or something like that. So they're like, it's so easy to say. So we're just dumb.
Yeah, totally. We are. So sorry about that, guys. But we come from the land of Summer Fridays and road. When we're like, oh no, this is a long word. But the peptide treatment for your lips, I lip line myself, and then I wear this left and right. And it feels amazing.
It's so good. I can confirm. I love it. I love it too. Mine is just my go-to foundation night out combo. Once again, I'm a dry skin girly, and I also make sure to moisturize ahead of time before, but some girls are going to hear this and they're like, that will melt off. My dry skin girls. So make sure to moisturize, but do It Cosmetics CC cream and the Kosas powder over top. And I find sweaty all night. It stays. It's super hydrating. It doesn't cake. Every once in a while, I'll get a blender and just like mix it up. Like if I'm really sweaty, it'll come off, but I find it doesn't cake, hydrating, and doesn't fall off. And it usually lasts all night, that combo. But be warned, the Kosas powder is in the world's worst container and it always comes undone. Like it's a great powder, but like they need to fix packaging. It's so infuriating. But I keep buying it because it's so good. But every time the lid comes off and then like it goes everywhere. But it's worth it.
So annoying. I hate
just
when
know,
products
like,
do that.
It's like it's so worth it. But then my bag is covered in Kosas powder because of stupid packaging. Speaking of
that, guys?
mental,
they definitely listen to our podcast. They'll fix it for you.
I'm going on TikTok. I haven't reviewed a single beauty product, but I'm just coming for them.
Do it.
And then do it. Just tear them down. Just kidding. I love their products, but that's why I love them so much. I want them to be better.
Mm-hmm.
And number
Do better.
10, mentality. To just get the most out of the summer. A mental health tip, or just like what energy are you bringing in to make this your hot girl summer?
Mine is, it's not that deep in the sense of, I know I read yours. I'm not trying to steal yours.
No,
but
it's so funny. I was literally,
What?
we're in the same mindset. I was literally going to say, it's not that deep was going to be mine. So
Oh.
we're thinking alike. So keep going. Sorry.
Okay.
I was like, we're thinking alike.
I just think there's a lot of pressure when it comes to summer on how you look, how you act, what you're doing. There's a lot of FOMO. There's people having, European summer. There's people having barbecues, whatever it may be. It's not that deep at the end of the day. You're not going to remember like who did what by the next year. And you're going to enjoy you having like s'mores with your friends opposed to being stressed out by it. So just live it up. Like give yourself a break.
So same, it kind of goes right off that. But I just have been living with this mentality lately that this is the youngest and hottest I will ever be. Now, of course, yes, every year you can glow up and maybe next year I'll be a little hotter. I doubt it, but you and I will probably look the exact same. But like, I'm thinking more of like 60-year-old you looking back at 20, 30-year-old you and being like, wow, I didn't wear the tightest, cutest, hottest thing because I was self-conscious. Like your body is amazing. And I think like every year I look back at myself, and obviously we have some years it's not as good, but like just that mentality of like, stop being like, oh, next year my abs aren't nice enough now, or my boobs aren't big enough, or my butt's not big enough, so I'm not going to wear that. I'm going to wait until I look like blank. But I have this feeling because I look back at my younger self, and it's going to be that when we're 80 and we're all disheveled, we're going to look back and be like, why didn't I just live it up when I was 20 and 30? Especially like, I think we just think at 21, like after 21, it's all downhill. And I'm like, no, I'm determined. I'm just in my younger 30s. I want to look back at in my later 30s, my 40s, and be like, you lived it up. So I feel we should all live it up like our youngest, hottest selves, because we are.
I love that. You ended it on a perfect note.
Perfect. Well, we're going to end with one final little tip. A question from you, one of you guys submitted, and was just asking for our recommendation for running programs for beginners. So do you have any specific programs for someone getting into running this summer?
Honestly, I don't have I've never used running programs. I just did research on it, but everybody raves about Runna, the app. There's if you basically tell it what you want its goal, and I think it will come up with a plan for you. I've never used it. I downloaded it and then I never got as far to using it. That's kind of, everybody raves about that to me. Do you have one?
I always say Couch to 5K is like simple. Just type it. It's going to find it like on Runner's World. It's like the most basic. It's not crazy, but it just gets you moving a bit. And most people, it's like a great starting point for most people and being free. And if not, I always just say you can kind of make your own by being like, just start with 5 minutes 3 times a week and make some circuit of it, whether it be walk a minute, run 20 seconds, walk a minute, run 20 seconds. Just do that for the week. And then the next week, still 5 minutes, run 30 seconds. Then after a couple of weeks, run for the full 5 minutes. And like just slowly every week, just a little bit until you can comfortably run and just feel confident enough that to go for a run for 10 minutes. And I think just like aim for that milestone, because I think it's nerve-wracking for most people to just get out and just start running. So like give yourself permission to walk and run until once you can comfortably run 10K, then start looking at programs. But I'm like, just it can start that simple. Just get the confidence to go out and do it.
Love it. All right, guys. Perfect. Well, thanks for tuning in today. Check out our Instagram, check out our YouTube channel, and don't forget to write us a review. Hopefully it's nice. All right. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye. So this is what, like, you just went and disappeared, and I just click leave here.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.